Can a $50 camera really be worth it? This is the IceFox 4K camera and it claims to shoot 4K at 60 frames per second. So the question is, can this $50 camera really compare to a camera that's like 100 times its value since they shoot in the same frame rate and resolution? I'm actually not sure, that's why I'm putting it to the test. The plan is simple. I'm comparing this $50 camera to my $5,000 camera rig to see if you can even tell a difference. I'm gonna do two tests with it. I'm gonna do a short film cinematic sequence, and then I'm gonna bring it with me to a high-level collegiate track meet, putting it side by side and seeing if you can even tell a difference. But first, let's check out the camera. So right out of the box, I have to say that this thing actually looks pretty sleek. It comes with a ton of fun attachments, mounts, clips, a waterproof case, and just a handful of other things. Honestly, not gonna touch half of them, which makes it perfect for action-packed shoots, and honestly feels like something that you would just throw in your bag without a second thought. All right, for the first test, I'm just mounting this thing on top of my camera. Here's what it looks like, and I'm gonna shoot a little bit of a cinematic sequence, and let's see if you can even tell a difference. Here we go. I think that the most ironic part of this shoot is that I'm filming the entire behind the scenes on a camera that's like, I don't know, 10, 100 times worth what this one is. There's a sequence. Personally, I could tell a difference, but I don't think that someone who isn't a videographer or filmmaker would even be able to tell a difference. I'm actually curious, let me know if you could tell. What stood out to me was that the IceFox camera struggled with low light and got a little grainy and lacked dynamic range. But to be fair, dude, 50 bucks. It's also an action camera, so filmmaking isn't really supposed to be one of its strengths. There is a couple things that I want to mention though. While this camera says that it can shoot 4K at 60 frames per second, and I can see it on the menu, for some reason I can't click on it. I can see it, it's right here, but if I tap on it, it doesn't work. So I can only use 4K at 30 frames per second, which is okay for a cinematic sequence like this one. But if you're shooting high action sports and you want to be able to slow that down and have smooth slow motion, you need to be able to shoot it in 4K 60 so that you can slow it down to 40% if you edit on a 24 frame per second timeline. If you can only shoot 4K at 30 frames per second, you can only slow it down to 80%. I don't know if that counts as slow motion. However, something that is really cool about this camera is that it comes with this little remote so that you can remote take photos and start your camera. That's pretty useful for like 1,000,001 things. But this is an action camera, so now it's time for the real test. I brought the IceFox camera with me to this track meet here at Iowa State University. I mounted it directly on my camera rig and shot the exact same scenes, fast moving athletes, quick pans, dynamic action. This is the actual kind of thing that this camera was made for. So here's the side-by-side footage. Can you even tell a difference? Okay, I just finished editing that sequence that you watched. I must say that it looked a lot better when I was filming it. When I put them side by side, you could really see that footage fall apart. Dude, again, 50 bucks. And while it claims to shoot in 4K, I'm actually not convinced about that. It feels like it shoots more at 4K frame size, but not 4K resolution. Okay, so here's my honest take about the camera. And I do want to mention that they just sent me the camera and no talking points, so all opinions are my own. If you're looking for an affordable action camera that you can throw in your bag and bring to any shoot, whether it's indoors or outdoors, this camera's perfect for that. This camera would be perfect for shooting something like behind the scenes, fishing, hunting, camping, mounting it on a bike or a car to get some cool iconic shots that you wouldn't want to put an expensive camera on. For things like that, this camera is a solid option. And at 50 bucks, you're not gonna cry if it gets broken or dirty. I would also say that it's a great starter camera for like a younger sibling or just someone who wants to be a beginner in videography, but isn't ready for that high-end gear yet. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. The real question is, would I recommend this camera? If you're on a budget and you want to experiment, absolutely. They might not like me for this, but if you just want to start something with high quality and literally no barrier of entry, I would say that your phone is the best starter camera overall. So if you want to check it out and try it for yourself, there does happen to be a link in my bio for you to get yourself one. I would say grab it while it's cheap. I want to hear from you if you could even tell a difference from the shots with this camera and my camera, and YouTube seems to think that you would like this video and also this one. Not sure what it is, but I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. You should get yourself one of these.